welcome back to the channel. Ben here, you're watching Time on Feet. So it's Saturday, Carla and I are out for our long run up on the South Downs Way. Carla's currently training for the Brighton Trail Marathon, her first marathon coming up in June. And I've got the North Downs Way 50 coming up now in 3 weeks' time. So we thought we'd come out for a long run and enjoy spectacular scenes up on the South Downs Way. So I'm using today's run as a bit of a kit test. Unfortunately last week I didn't fully test my kit because I did my final big training run, so 50k from Eastbourne Pier to Brighton Pier. But anyone who's watched that video, you would have seen that I was trying to kind of take it easy and listen to my body and see whether actually I should do the run that day. And actually when I was going out of the door, when I was picking up my shoes, unfortunately it was at that point I had the seed of doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to do the 50k that day. So I actually took the shoes, that my Brooks Caldera 5s that I wasn't planning on using for race day. So today I am taking out my race pair, these Speedgoat 5s, and I'm just going to test them out. I mean, it would have been ideal if I was doing this last week so I could have a much longer run in them. But that's the way things go, and instead I can test them out today, see how I find them. The good thing is that I have used them for one race before, so the Endurance Life Ultra back in March, 33 miles that was, so a decent test for them. Not the 50 miles that I'll be doing, but at least a bit of a test there. Bit of traffic. Hi there.
Sorry, excuse me.
Guys, they know how to do
Sorry,
it.
excuse me.
Get out. Oh well.
No worries, it's all good.
Thanks for trying.
We couldn't do it actually when we came from here before, so we tried to slip through there.
We stuck together.
Strong Duke of Edinburgh contingent out today. Lots of people enjoying the Downs.
Thanks.
Well done. And lots of cyclists as well. Quite a few pushing it on the hills, which isn't easy as things get a bit hotter and the sun comes out. So the other kit dilemma I've got is what race vest to use for the North Downs Way 50. I've got really two vests in contention. One is my Decathlon vest, which I've used for a couple of races already. It's very comfy, but I did also pick up another vest recently, which if you watched the video a couple of weeks ago, you'd have seen that was the Harrier 10-litre race vest. I initially went for a medium, but I've just exchanged it for a small. And they have a sizing guide on their website. So on the Harrier website, where it tells you kind of if you've got a certain inch chest, then that's the size you should go for. And when I measured up my chest, I fell towards the kind of smaller end of the medium vest. So I ordered the medium, but it was just too big in the end. And the other thing I found was that there's kind of a lot of excess strap because I was tightening it down to fit my chest. So I've now exchanged it for a small, and yeah, it's, you know, I don't think it fits quite as snugly or as my race vest from Decathlon. However, it does have very good accessible pockets, and there's this adjustable bungee on the back, which is really good for kind of moving it closer. But it's just at the moment something about how these bits have a bit of space underneath them, so I'm still not sure. That's something else that I'm going to try out over the next few runs and see. One kit / nutrition dilemma I have solved though is the nutrition I'm going to be using for race day in my bottles, and I've decided to go for Active Root. So I was actually trying out Tailwind because I know that that's the nutrition they're going to have on race day, but you know, I've found that overall in the end Active Root is, you know, just a better taste for me. I prefer it on the stomach, it tastes more natural. Tailwind for me is a bit artificial. It's good to know that, you know, if I get stuck on race day, then I can still use some of the nutrition that's on the aid stations. You know, if I had to use some Tailwind if, for instance, I don't know, I dropped all of my nutrition for whatever reason, then I know that I could rely on tailwind. But just think all in all, you know, active route seems to suit me better, so that's what I'm going to be going for. So this week, with 3 weeks to go to the North Downs Way 50, has been a slight taper week. Not a massive taper, but a small one. And the workouts I've done so far this week was Tuesday, my strength and conditioning sessions. So 2 of those, 20 minutes each. One that focuses on kind of core agility, back, arms. The other one that focuses more on knees and ankles. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I was at Phoenix, and that was for the track session, so with Brighton Phoenix. So I put up on the screen what I did for that. And I did that slightly slower per mile than I have in some previous weeks. So about 10 seconds per mile slower. So it wasn't a massive taper, it wasn't a massive cutting back on speed, but just slight. And then next week with my speed going to be pulling right back with 2 weeks to go, so not to have too much speed, not getting too much kind of legginess from that in the couple of weeks leading up to the North Downs Way 50. So that was Wednesday. Thursday I went out and I did an hour easy run, and in that run I was actually trying out some second-hand shoes that I picked up, the Hoka Arahi 5s, which so far I'm not massively impressed with. They, yeah, firstly the laces are quite slippy, so as you're running along you have to kind of constantly retie the laces, which for me is something that's so basic. You know, it's like a £100 pair of shoes. Luckily I didn't pay that much for them, I got them second hand for about 30. But you know, if you're in product development and you're working at Hoka, one of the most basic things that you can get right is having some laces that don't slip. So I just think it's pretty farcical really that, you know, you would have a £100 pair of shoes and they would have slippage in the laces. Just seems so basic. Okay, so the laces thing might not necessarily be fundamental, because, you know, of course you can switch out laces, you can change them quite easily. But I just think if you are shelling out that much money on a pair of shoes, you expect the laces to be decent, to be able to work. So yeah, as you can tell, not massively impressed with them so far. The other thing I find difficult to get used to them with, only after a few runs I should say, is the sole of them. So there's not a massive amount of cushion. They've got that kind of rocker technology that Hoka often go with. So it's quite a hard ride, and maybe that would, you know, take time getting used to, but I do know at the moment I'm very much for the kind of more plusher, soft cushioned feel that you get from a road shoe. So I probably will still be using them, but only for easy runs and nothing that's too long. So probably up to an hour and that'd be it. But yeah, I think Hoka road shoes, really not my thing so far. So the other thing I did leading up to today's long run was a sea swim, and that was amazing. Yesterday, getting out in the sea, I think I'm still getting used to the coldness, but yeah, brilliant. Nice to be out there. You know, just a short one is about 50 minutes. When I go in for sea swims, I tend not to push it. It's not kind of to work my heart or lungs too much. It's more just to enjoy, well, I say enjoy, it's more just to let my body get the cold water benefits and kind of relax a bit being outdoors. Okay, so that's it for this week's training. So I'll put up on the screen what I've done in total for this week, and over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be thinking in my videos about firstly some race goals, and then also some reflections on how this training block for the North Downs Way 50 has gone. So thanks for tuning in, have a good week everyone, enjoy your running, and I'll see you all in the next one. There's a big top over there, can you see that? Looks like it might be a circus or something.